Hello, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, thank you so much for stopping by, and as always, if you are a recurring viewer or a subscriber, thank you so much for your continued support of my channel. I really appreciate you all being here today. I am super excited because I have a book haul for you today. Today is December 26th, the day after Christmas, and I received some fantastic books yesterday, and so I wanted to make a video today showing the new additions to my library and some titles that I am very excited about. So jumping right in, the first book is Below the Edge of Darkness by Dr. Edith Widder, Exploring Light and Life in the Deep Sea. This has been on my TBR for a couple months now. Earlier this year, I got really interested in marine biology, specifically deep sea life, and I read, I think it was maybe 4 or 5 books between January and February on the subject, and then really just sort of fell off my reading radar, and I didn't read any more into that subject at all. And so I'm super excited to have this on my TBR now. I'm not sure if I'll get to this month. I was maybe going to start this one next, but I'm not quite sure because I have a long list of really interesting titles that are sort of all vying to be read next. But this will certainly be read in January, if not this remaining week of December. The next book is Richard Powers' The Overstory, a novel. This has had my attention for a very long time. It first just caught my eye on Goodreads, actually, just with this fantastic cover art. But then I was going through finding the Pulitzer Prize winning novels that I wanted to read, and this was one of them. And I think I also found this from a Readers Also Enjoyed page based off of the story of Edgar Sawtelle, as well as based off of We the Drowned by Carsten Jensen. And so this is a, I believe it's sort of a generational saga that takes place sort of throughout time. I think it also has some time traveling elements as well. So some really interesting stuff going on here. So I'm really looking forward to getting to this one. Also, I'm wanting to read more fiction as well going into the new year. Particularly the last of 2023 has been predominantly nonfiction, which is my first and main love when it comes to reading. But I also want to make sure that I am reading fiction as well and sort of balancing out my reading diet. The next book here is Thomas Paine, Enlightenment, Revolution, and the Birth of Modern Nations by Craig Nelson. And I have read embarrassingly little on Thomas Paine. I have really only read The Rights of Man, so I've only read his writing. I have not really read anything about him at all. I have read a couple of Craig Nelson's other works. The one that comes to mind first and foremost is his book on Pearl Harbor. So I'm excited to have sort of my first exposure to Thomas Paine here in this biography. It's also not very long at all, so it shouldn't be too daunting to get into. So I will be keeping I'll be keeping you posted on the reading of this one for sure. Next, there is Robert Service's The Last of the Tsars, Nicholas II and the Russian Revolution. And I am very, very excited for this. The only other book by Robert Service that I have on my shelves is his book about the Ukrainian famine of 1930, I believe. And that one is called Harvest of Sorrow. I have not read that one yet. It's over somewhere down on that shelf where I was just looking. So I'm excited to be able to have his Nicholas II biography. It's sort of a joint, it's a biography of Nicholas II as well as a work studying the Russian Revolution. So it's a joint biography and then sort of general history of the Russian Revolution. And I've heard and read a lot of really great things about this book, so I know it's going to be well worth my time. And this is going to be slated for early next year because I'm really excited to get to this one. Next is a title I have been very excited to get my hands on, and that is Victoria's Daughters by Jerrold Packard. I have been reading a lot about Queen Victoria this year, as you will know if you have followed along with my channel. And so I am very excited to now sort of pivot that reading a little bit away from focusing solely on Victoria to looking more at her family, specifically her daughters. And I have not read anything by Jerrold Packard before. I have seen a lot of reviews for this specific work on Goodreads, and people seem to sort of have mixed feelings about this as they often do. So I'm curious to see when I read it how I view it, how I feel about it. I'll definitely be making a review about this one just because the reviews on Goodreads seemed sort of to be slated either to people loving it or people having a lot of issues with sort of the informational aspect and the sort of the historicity of the book and the accuracy. So I'm really interested to see sort of how that how I view that, and then sort of what I think about it. So I'll definitely be making a review for this one. Next is Stanley Weintraub's The Uncrowned King, The Life of Prince Albert. So this fits right in with the theme of Queen Victoria, Prince Albert obviously being Queen Victoria's husband. And I have read a lot of books about the relationship between Queen Victoria and Prince Albert, and I have read a lot of Queen Victoria biographies or books about her younger years when she married Prince Albert, but I have yet to read any dedicated biography of Prince Albert himself. And Stanley Weintraub wrote an excellent biography on Queen Victoria, and so having his biography of Prince Albert is super exciting to me. I can sort of have a completed set there, if you will, of Queen Victoria and Prince Albert biographies side by side. And so I think I may do even sort of a joint review of the Weintraub Victoria and the Albert biographies sort of back to back, as I feel they should probably be read together to have a full picture of the other figure sort of illuminated by their spouses' lives. And last but not least is Sean McMeekin's The Ottoman Endgame, War, Revolution, and the Making of the Modern Middle East, 1908 to 1923. The only thing that I know Sean McMeekin from is his newest book on the Russian Revolution. And so I was really excited to see this coming my way. I have not read very much about the Middle East at all, pretty much nothing. I guess it would be safe to say I've read nothing on it. And so having sort of a comprehensive history here is really intriguing to me. So I will be giving updates on this one as well. I'm not sure when I'll be reading this one. I'm hoping to maybe get to this in February. If not February, then certainly the spring of next year. I still have to sort of lay out my reading plan for the new year. I have a lot of material that I'm wanting to get through, so I want to give myself somewhat of a framework and a structure to work within to be sure to hit all of the main titles that I want to next year. And that is the final book of the book haul. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Feel free to leave a comment down below if you would like, and I will see you in the next video. Bye for now, and happy reading.